it's Bella. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited for today's video as always. I'm going to be comparing the original 2003 Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami keepall with the brand new one from the 2025 collection, and it's just going to be such a good video. This is my fourth video on this collection here on YouTube. I've already done a huge haul of everything I got. I also did a what's in my bum bag of the Takashi Murakami, and then I also showed this white keepall in a haul that I did. But there aren't many people who have their hands on the original collection, so I thought let's do a comparison of the 2003 keepall, which is their most popular bag, versus the new one that just came out. I'll have all my other videos from this collection linked down below for you guys to watch, but without further ado, let's get into it and let's compare both of these bags. Starting off with the obvious, these are both the keepall 45s from the Takashi Murakami and Louis Vuitton multicolor collection. I did buy this one vintage about 5 or 6 years ago, and I can't believe someone was selling it, but thank God they did because I got my hands on it. And then of course this is the new one that I got directly from my sales associate at Louis Vuitton for pre-order, and this one is a beauty. Now there isn't much information on this bag online because it's all resold bags, like everyone's just reselling them. So I don't have like the most inclusive description to share with you guys, but I'm just going to share my thoughts and what I see on the bag, how I feel about the bag, and then we'll kind of compare the two. Starting off with the measurements, the length of the bag is 17.7 inches, the height is 10.6 inches, and the width is 7.9 inches. You do have two front pockets on the very front of the bag, and it has like this beautiful like dark red velvet interior. I'm not really sure what people fit in here or if it's just like for looks, and then you have one here at the top. It is a monogram coated canvas, and then it has a beautiful trunk hardware throughout the whole bag. So you have the trunk pieces here on the bottom of the bag. I honestly love Louis Vuitton trunk pieces, but I love them even more when they're on just some regular bags because it really just makes it look so luxurious and beautiful. Of course, the leather is extremely worn. You know, any Louis Vuitton product, as you wear it, as you get like wear and tear throughout the years, the leather does darken, but that just shows the beauty of the bag and kind of the use of it. And there are a few like minor stains on it from when I bought it, but other than that, it is just a great bag. I still have this little piece right here, which is like a belt loop almost, and it's what you use to kind of secure the bag if you want it like that. But yeah, this is a bag I get a lot of use out of. I travel with this all the time because I'm constantly traveling. And then you also have some studs on here, so that's definitely a big difference in this bag versus the new one. The new one is just like circular kind of gold pieces, and these are like studs, almost like the Valentino studs in a way. They're definitely like a pointy cone kind of shape, if you can tell right there. I do have the original keys right here in this little Louis Vuitton tag, and that is a really cool thing to have. But overall, love this bag. Honestly, for it having dropped in 2003 and it's now 2025, it still looks great, and I've kept really good care of it the past 5 or 6 years, and again, I really love it. On the big zipper right here, you do have a trunk piece on the side to attach it to, so then when you close the bag, the leather zipper with the gold is completely closing the bag, and someone would really have to, you know, try to open it on the side. And then moving on to the inside of the bag, I don't ever really do this, so sometimes you just have to work with it and push these two little pushes in to release the zipper. And then on the inside of the bag, I do have an Aritzia puffer in here right now to keep the shape for you guys, but it's that same beautiful dark red velvet interior that is in the front two pockets. I'm gonna take these out so I can really show you guys what the inside looks like. And I will say this is like definitely a good weekender bag for a couple outfits, a couple toiletries. It's not gonna pack a lot. I prefer the keepall 50s because I feel like they're a lot bigger, they're wider, and they have a lot more space on the inside. But here is what the inside of this bag looks like for reference. It is literally just plain. There's no pocket on the inside, and as you can tell, this bag is extremely worn because it does not hold its shape anymore. But again, that's the beauty of the bag. So love this one so much. I've gotten such good use out of it. Here's what the bottom looks like, and if you can find one of the originals, I recommend buying it because are you kidding me? This is the original collection. I love this thing so much, and so I definitely recommend finding it, although I'm sure prices now have like gone up even more because of the new drop. And I got this from What Goes Around Comes Around. I believe it was in a Dillard's in Charlotte, North Carolina in the South Park Mall, and I think it was purchased for about $2,000 if I'm not mistaken. Again, it was like 5 or 6 years ago, not 100% sure. But What Goes Around Comes Around is a great brand to repurchase bags from that are always authentic, and I just really love their customer service. So I definitely recommend going to, I think it's a Dillard's, to discover them and see what they have like in store. Otherwise, they're just like in major like metropolitan cities. Now we're going to move on to the 2025 keepall 45 multicolor Takashi Murakami Louis Vuitton bag. That was a mouthful. Here it is in all her glory. I still have the like bubble wrapping in here because I wanted to keep it kind of pristine for this video. I've been waiting to film this video. There are some major similarities with this bag, but you can tell it is the redone version and a lot better. So you have that front pocket in this one. It is only one pocket, but I have like the 16 Pro Max plus whatever phone, and it fits perfectly in this, which I think is great for traveling through the airport. Of course, it doesn't look like it fits perfectly, but it does. So great for traveling in the airport, especially if you have it sitting on top of your carry-on or a bigger bag. And yes, it fully does close. And again, you push these two inwards and it releases. Sometimes I have to like have both hands, and then boom, it releases the zipper button closure thing and you can get your phone. The inside of the 2025 bag is a microfiber, really nice light cream coloring. And then once you look into this main portion, you can kind of see that it still has the monogram on the inside of this little part. Also, I'm looking at the dimensions and they're the same exact as the 2003 bag, which I find a little confusing because I really feel like they definitely have different sizing. Like I feel like this one's bigger, but maybe it's because it's not worn and it's not worn in. That could be where I'm kind of thinking there's a difference. I mean, from afar, this one still looks smaller to me. I don't know why, but they're the same. They're both still the same dimensions. I just thought maybe they changed the dimensions with the keepall 45, but then that wouldn't make sense because then it wouldn't be a keepall 45. So they're the same dimensions. So I take that back. You still have the gold tone hardware. You have it on the bottom of the bag. I still have these like little pieces on it to protect it, so I'm gonna start taking those off. And then of course you have the cowhide leather trim on the bag. Again, it will get darker with wear and tear over time. And then this is where the difference is really in these like beautiful accessory gold pieces. So these are like little buttons almost, versus this other bag I'll show you has like cones there, if you can kind of tell the difference right there. But I mean, it's still beautiful. They still both look great. There's not one that I prefer over the other. I get so much use out of that one. Gonna get use out of this one. I will say, in comparison to the other bag, I do like how they have an extra piece of cowhide leather going across the bottom to add more structure, so it does keep its shape a little bit better. Because if you can tell on the bottom of this one, it's just those two regular ones, but they put one across to really help hold its shape. I feel like that's a great addition to this bag, especially with how much more expensive this was. This is about $5,000, and I just really like that a lot about this bag, because sometimes they lose their shape over time. This will kind of ensure that it sits up on its own as much as it can. And then moving on into the inside of the bag, you have the huge dust bag that it comes in. It's just like a basic dust bag, nothing too special about this. I'm gonna take all of the wrapping out now for you guys, all of the bubbles, because I want to show you guys the strap. Here are all the goodies. Literally haven't even touched this bag, so it's very authentic. And first look with you guys, because you guys are so special. So many pieces in here, so you want to make sure that you keep all these together. Of course, you have the cute little bow right here. Love this so much. Such a cute addition to all of the 2025 bags. You have a huge strap. Of course, you have a padlock. You have the key tag right here. There's just so many accessories. And then I believe this is the lock right here. I feel like I have so many things in my hands. And then you have like a little dust bag for the lock. Just going to double check and make sure that this is the lock, because my other keepall that I got from this collection, it's like the original Louis print with like the Takashi flowers, literally didn't come with a lock. So I have to take it to the Louis Vuitton store, and my sales advisor is going to cut the lock that's on it. And then, or it didn't come with keys, so she has to cut the lock that's on it, give me a full new lock and keys. So that is very fun. Here's what the lock looks like, and here are the keys. On the lock, I feel like they missed, you know, the mark on putting something Takashi on the lock to really make it that much more special, especially with how expensive this bag was. But it's just like a basic Louis Vuitton lock. Obviously, it has a lot of weight. And then you have the keys right here, which you do not want to lose, because that would be crazy and that would suck, because I don't know how you would deal with that at that point, because I literally don't have the keys on mine. But I don't know what happens if you lose them, if they have to do the same thing to the other bag. Not 100% sure. This one does have a pocket on the inside, a very long pocket. So that's something to note too. If you guys found one that is vintage, you guys want some more space on the inside, which I do love that it has a pocket on the inside. And you still have that really light colored microfiber lining on the inside like you do in this front pocket. I'm gonna stick the keys and the lock in this big zipper so I do not lose them, because that would suck. But on the outside, you're able to put the bow here if you'd like. You can also, I think, push it up like this so it hangs like this, or you can just like leave it down like that. And then something to note is on the inside of this tag right here, it has all the Takashi Murakami like emojis and things that Takashi Murakami stands for. So that is something that is not on the original bag. Literally the original bag is just like red microfiber velvet interior. It's got no pocket, nothing on the inside whatsoever. You have this like little shoulder pad right here if you're going to extend this and to put it around your shoulder or across your body. So this would sit kind of at the top, I believe. And then you have this luggage tag to hang from it. And then this is what you put between the two handles. So you can close it like the original one has, like this. It's so hard with one hand sometimes, like that. So you would do that. Obviously, the 2025 one came with a lot more because I bought it firsthand. So I got all the fixings with it. Of course, you know, the original one, I bought it, you know, for resale, vintage. So I didn't get all of the fun accessories with it, but I'm not even sure if the original one came with that. So if you have any idea, definitely let me know. I also just found this little thing right here. I believe this might be an extender. Not 100% sure because that's like the belt here. So maybe this is the extender for the bag, and then that other part that I showed you was the shoulder pad. So it's a little bit more comfortable resting on your shoulder. So again, sticking all the accessories in here so I don't lose them. But that is it for this comparison video, you guys. This is the original 2003. This is the new 2025 one. Again, I really love this collection. It's always been my favorite, and I'm so glad that I was able to get so many pieces. I think all in all, total, I got 12 or 13 pieces from this collection. Still waiting on my black Speedy that I placed an order for 2 months ago, but it's on the way. Love the little black Speedy, the nano one. I did get the white one. I sold it to a friend who wanted it because I just didn't want the white one as much, but I'm so glad that I was able to get my hands on it. And then for reference, if you guys are curious, like how did you get your hands on all this stuff? I talked about it in my very first video about pre-order access, but it's not about, you know, whether you purchase 1, 2, 3 times with Louis Vuitton in the past year. It's about how much money, like the tiers that you spend at Louis Vuitton is what gives you access to pre-order collections like the Cherry Blossom collection coming up, and even any other collection that's not with a creative, you know, designer or something. It all depends on kind of the tiers at Louis Vuitton. So I was in the second tier before the Takashi drop. Now I'm in the first tier. So I'll have pre-order access for the Cherry Blossom collection and any other ones. I'm not sure if I'm interested in that collection at all because it kind of doesn't really call my name. But I might see 1 or 2 pieces that are worth buying and investing into so I can have them and show you guys and then keep them for, you know, later down the road. But that is about it. That is my little, you know, comparison on these bags. Love them both so much. I'm so happy that I have both. I feel like it's rare to be able to have both of these. So I'm really happy. I love collecting, you know, fun items like this. And of course I have the new white fun bag from this collection. This is from the 2003. It's my little makeup bag. I got this like 6 years ago as well. I have used and abused this thing. I mean, this thing is like, she's been run through. This one was made in Spain and it's like a beautiful pink interior. I definitely would love to do a Louis Vuitton like duffel / keep all collection because I think now at this point I've got like 5 or 6 really good ones that I would love to show you guys. So if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. But I love you guys so much. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Not really sure if anyone's going to use this comparison to purchase one bag or the other if they're not, you know, both on the market and available, but I thought it was just good to be able to show the quality of the bags. My quote of the day is Jeremiah 29:11, and it says, God has already handled what you're worrying about. I don't feel like I need to go into that any further. Just know that God has handled it. You don't need to worry. He's got you. Gonna link everything that I can down below for you guys, but I'll see you guys in my very next video. Mwah. Bye.